Brothers, welcome back to a game we haven't played in a little bit, which is Warnament. I do have a scenario in mind I was wanting to play. Last time we did the Warrior 1 scenario. We're going to go ahead and switch that up to the Americas. And from the Americas, I wanted to play as Mexico. Let's go ahead and jump into this. Okay, so we are during the Civil War of America. If you're unfamiliar with Mexican history, Mexico used to own Texas, New Mexico, a little bit of Colorado, Arizona, and California, and a little bit of Nevada. So that's what we're going to be aiming for today is to take advantage of this little bit of a cluster and regain our lost territories. So with that being said, we need to build up some wood resources. Wood. Okay, so let's check out our resources of wood. We got 10, 45. That's a great place. Let's build some sawmills there and just kind of go through our territories and find the high value wood places that don't have another competing resource that we can build some wood from, that are hopefully not on the border. This one is, but I'm going to go ahead and do it because it's a big sawmill, and that's our money for this turn. So let's go ahead and advance, and we'll just keep doing this for a few turns until we get all of our sawmills up and running. Okay, so that is our wood taken care of. We are now making 66. We do have a political institution to look at. And what do we want to do? What is income from population is nice. Trade agreement. I don't know. I don't really want to go trade, to be honest with you. Income from population is nice. We're not going to build a fleet, so we don't really want that. Science. Population increase. You know what? Let's go ahead and do Trade Republic. We haven't done that before, so let's do it this time. We'll get, what was these bonuses? Income from population 50%. Maintaining army costs, though, goes up 150%. Ooh, that might be bad, but we'll try it anyways. Now we need to go into our available technology and start learning something. And we do know that iron is pretty much a big chokehold. So we're going to go ahead and start learning Iron Mine 3. And from here, we need to go back to our resources and start working on the next resource we need to worry about, which is iron. So let's go find some big sources of iron. We do have a good chunk of it, so we can build one here. Again, try not to build on the places that have, that's a big one. Building limits reached. Ooh, that sucks. We can only build one building there. We can build one here, and we need more wood. Advance. Any other place we could build one? There. Build one here. What's this? 7,000, 6,000. We'll go ahead and, oh, we need more wood. Advance. Just double checking. Make sure I don't miss any places. Okay, we do have most of the iron taken care of. We could use with a little bit more wood, so I will increase some of these sawmills up to level 2. Get some more wood out there for us, because once we get our economy up and rolling, we're really going to need some... We don't want to be kind of waiting on resources to come up. All right, so that's all of our wood, and we're now making 116, so a nice little buff there. And from here, I would like to go back to iron and start placing down some production buildings. So we need 32 wood, so let's go ahead and advance the turn. And we'll use this turn to build a lot of steel plants. Okay, so that's about 4 this turn. Let's continue advancing and building more steel plants. We have a lot of opportunity. That's all of our steel. We're actually not going to be making any more iron, but we're making 48 steel a tick. So now that we have steel, what should we build now? We could build gold places. Where's our gold? Let's go ahead and build some gold. Oh, with the building limits there. I really need to check on that. Make sure I'm not wasting. 16 gold's not going to carry us very far, so I actually need to go back. So we made a little bit of a mistake. Didn't check the building limit on some of these places. So we built like an iron mine where we really can't afford one. So buildings, we need to demolish this steel plant so we can build another gold, because we only have 16. Let's go ahead and advance the turn here. Get some more gold out there and start upping the gold mines that we have so we can get more income eventually. And honestly, I think we can get by with a little less iron. So let's go ahead and trash this iron mine, build some more gold. There we go. Now we're making 72. So now we need to start worrying about mints. So let's go ahead and advance the turn and start converting all of our fresh, beautiful cash into mints, where we can then turn this gold into income for us. Okay, so that brings us down pretty heavily, but now we're making 33 a tick, which is great for us. We do need to wait on the resources to be able to start building more of a military. Militaries are going to be more expensive for us, and we want to kind of start picking on some of our weaker neighbors with the end goal of being attacking the Americas for stuff. What's even in Texas right now? Like, how hard would you think it would be to fight them? I think the best move for us would be to attack Central America for a lot of their resources. They do have a lot of gold down here, so I think we can move through Panama pretty easily and not have to worry about things. So let's go ahead and start recruiting some troops down here. And let's get some smaller forces on the borders with the Confederacy and the United States, just to have something so they can't really invade us. They're going to be mostly distracted with themselves, but since we have such a wide border, we're going to need some troops to kind of hold the line down here. Okay, advance the turn, get a few more resources out here, and then let's go ahead and go back down south. Where's our big population areas? There's a good population area right there. Let's go ahead and recruit a good number of troops right here as well. And now we're making about 24k. Where are our troop numbers? Yeah, we got 5,000 and 5,000. So our troops are ready. And I think it would honestly be worth striking now into Guatemala. So let's go ahead and send all of our units down here. So this now shows how many troops they have plus their garrison. We'll win that fight, and we'll definitely win this fight over here. It's just a little bit of a concern about Guatemala City. So let's go ahead and get some more troops over here. And we do win our battle, but they counterattacked. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Let's go ahead and send these troops down here just to kind of block or get rid of this recruitment center. And then honestly, I think we'll be fine to send about 1,000 troops into recapturing our old territory. And we do win that fight, which is great. They sent some troops to try and fight us here and reinforce that territory. They weren't able to do it, and now we can just go heavily into their last territory with all of our troops and win this war. Now, we do have conflict with civilians, increasing the number of cases where our soldiers or officers take away food and belongings from civilians nearby. We can infantry attack -5% for 2 turns. That's awkward because we are attacking. Or discontent. I think we have to take the punishing soldiers option just because we're going to need the soldiers to have the attack to take Guatemala City and end this war. And in fact, we do. Guatemala lost their capital. And now we can grab their gold, which is what we fought this war for. So let's get some gold mines out there and probably build, if we can, nice mint over here as well. Just convert more because, again, being a trade republic, we're going to be really hurting on our troop maintenance costs. It's going to be pretty heavy for us to accept. We lost a lot of troops along the way. We do have about 4,000 over here. So let's take this group and move them all the way down here. How's our border with Texas looking? Pretty unoccupied right now. We could strike against them. They do have some troops in Arizona. But once we start a war with the Americas, we're going to have to be able to finish it. So I kind of think we continue to keep extracting and fighting down south. Now, we do need some oil as well. We should start taking advantage of that. Can we build oil? No, we're at a building limit there. Problem is we built so many mints along the way. Ooh, do we have oil anywhere we can build? What's here? A mint. Let's get rid of the mint here. We got to get an oil derrick somewhere, so we start producing some oil for when we actually have tanks. And then we can probably build one down here. What are the buildings here? We have a gold mine. Oh, we can only have one. I'm going to take away this gold mine and build another oil derrick. There we go. So we're making at least 8. That'll carry us through for right now. And once we get down to Honduras, we'll have to remember that this place has oil, which we need. So Honduras will be kind of our next target. Wait for some troops to come down, and we'll start reinforcing this area a little bit more so that we can really take advantage of the momentum we have continuing to push down into South America. Now, looking up north towards the Civil War, it looks like the Confederacy took Missouri and they lost Georgia. So that is an interesting fight for them. We should definitely probably push into Texas at some point, especially if America starts overwhelming. But it might not be best to help fight the loser of that battle because we're going to need territory from both. So we're recruiting a little bit more troops down here. And then how's our border looking? Still pretty good. We have troops just about everywhere. I'd love a little bit more troops over here. Let's get some bigger numbers in this section for when we go into California. And in terms of buildings, I have a single area that I can build a single thing in. Oh, we just don't have money. We should start building universities to get our education up. So let's go ahead and start doing that. Let's find places that don't have a building limit and start investing in some universities. Get those up to level 2. Oh, no money. Okay, so now our research is up to 3.7, which will help out a lot. And the head of the police violates human rights. Man, we're having a lot of problems with our military and policing. The head of police violated the legal rights of citizens out of personal convictions. We can act according to the law or leverage it with the police. We can reward him, which increases discontent, but gives us a little bit more Gives us 12 points for political institutions. We can arrest him, or we can ignore it. Discontent changes by +2 for 3 turns. How much for this? For 5 turns. No, for 3 turns. Let's do that. So now that we can go into our political institutions. How close are we to Trade Republic? We can get it right now. Let's go ahead and get this. Income from trade turnout, 40%. Political decision, finance the banks. I would love to see what this political decision is. Oh, here's our political decisions. What's this, finance the banks? Political institution is in a trade agreement. Province economy increases 5% for 5 turns. So for 5 turns, we could get a 5% bonus. That'll definitely be worth it later. Ooh, looks like El Salvador, or the British Empire, is fighting Honduras. British Empire don't have a big stake over here. They just have these few islands and then Jamaica. That's interesting. Let's go ahead and advance the turn. Just kind of continue to build up our army. See what Honduras does, if they fight back at all. We do have a number of troops on our borders. Did we get that 4,000 over here? We did. So let's go ahead and reinforce these guys. In the next turn, I think we push into Honduras. Now, where was that oil that we needed? Was it here? Yeah, we have to make sure to get that territory. So in fact, I think I'm going to fight the British here. Now we'll wait a turn, get the full troops ready. And now that they've weakened themselves, let's go ahead and declare war and start grabbing some territories. So we'll push into these 2 territories. How are we looking up north? Still no troops in the garrisons for Texas. There is a fortress there. They have about 200 troops there. California remains undefended. The Civil War borders have not changed. So let's just go ahead and bank our money and advance the turn. And there we go. Someone has declared war on us. What happened? Bolivia declared war on Peru, which means they declared war on us because we do have a alliance. No, the British Empire declared war on us as well. Now, we did finish our technology, so we can get iron mines level 3. We need to start worrying about machine factory. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Well, this will unlock the machine factory, which allows us to build artillery. Not something we really use, but we need to get tanks up and running. And since the British Empire has declared war on us, we need to address them as well. So let's split this army, send half back, and then half keep pushing. And then you guys just go heavy into these 2 territories. And then we'll have this one army that was on standby push heavy into El Salvador. Is that El Salvador? That's Belize, excuse me. So we capture everything, we kick off the British, and we get, more importantly, our oil derrick, which we desperately need. So let's go ahead and bump that up, get some oil running. So now we're making 8 a turn. We're going to need to bank a lot of that so that when we get tanks, we'll be able to use them. The British Empire lost their capital. Okay. We took Belize, which was their capital. Honduras lost its capital. And Ecuador declared war on us. I think because they're fighting Belize as well. Okay, can we get rid of this hospital and build another mint? Need more money coming in right now. Okay, so our new battle plan is a lot of these territories we took, we can't fully recruit from yet. So we've divided up all the territories that we have, trying to build a big influence. Because again, we're going to try and push down through the Central Americas all the way to Panama, get some more money on hand for us, and then start to look at fighting the United States, who's going to be a real pain in the butt. It is kind of an issue of, do we join the Confederate States to fight America, or do we just go after Texas and Arizona right away? It depends if you want a pact. You say no. -15. Could we trade? First off, could I just have Texas? What if I give you a lot of gold? Their offer's unacceptable. Okay, just curious. Venezuela is becoming Grand Venezuela down here, fighting through Colombia. Looks like our buddy Peru is fighting Bolivia and Ecuador, which is not great for us. But as long as we maintain a good heavily amount of troops, we should be fine. Just finally starting to build some border defenses here in Mexico, but nobody's really built up yet. I'm going to take this army and just split it. Say, hey, get a little bit more troops on the border with Arizona, because that's the only place we're outmatched. And let's go ahead and advance the turn. Okay. Who is this? Ecuador has landed on our territories, which sucks because we had some troops being deployed there. It's a pretty big army. Can we get you to stop that attack? No. You're already moving, and I don't think we can stop you. Okay, so let's go ahead and build some more troops on the back lines where we know we can actually get them, and get just ready for this fight that we're going to have with Ecuador. We're going to reinforce with whatever troops we can into the territories that we actually have troops. And I'm going to keep you guys there, and we're just going to see what happens. Yeah, so they crushed another big army. They're sending another army over here. Very unfortunate for us. We do have 4,000, so let's just send half of them back to conquer that territory. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a conflict zone. Let's just keep reinforcing this area. Send you guys up, and just send everybody we can down to try and help reinforce the areas that we actually have troops. And just see if we can hold the line here. They don't have a lot of troops. In fact, we have 1,400. Let's just recapture this. There we go. We kicked Ecuador off, but they're sending more troops over. And who is this coming in? Communist Britain. They've switched to communism, and now they're fighting us. A little bit of an awkward day here. How many troops are you sending? Just 200. Let's get more troops on the coast to try and block the British and Ecuadorians from coming over. Chile's declared war on us. Okay. So we're not making a lot of friends right now, which is unfortunate. But we're 2 turns away from having our war factories up and running. Okay, now they're sending 1,200 troops over. Oh, we stopped the Ecuadorians from pushing down. Let's send these troops back. Did we lose some universities? Why is our... Oh, because it's up to 20, I understand. All right, so we're reinforcing a lot of the lines that we have. We have to keep an eye out for the communist British. But we're trying to reinforce our numbers so that we can continue our fight here into Nicaragua. We want to keep pushing because we're running out of money with all the troops that we're supporting, but we need more technology and more gold to be able to convert into cash. So let's just keep hoping for this. Ecuador is still sending some large armies down. So let's go ahead and recruit what we can over here. And we finished our technology. Great. We need mints like crazy bad. So let's go ahead, start working on mint level 2s. We can take the mints that we have and start converting that. I don't know if we have any more areas of gold. Do we have gold production here? We have one there and there. Okay, good. So we just need to be able to increase those levels, but that's going to cost us $5,000 and we spend our money on troops. So let's see what the Ecuadorians do. They're trying to fight us down. We were able to hold them off. Let's go ahead and build up these gold. Oh, we have gold level 2 there. What about here? Yeah, gold level 2 there as well. All right. So really struggling to push down further into the Americas because we're fighting Ecuador. You should run out of troops at some point, one would think. And we're having to use a lot of our troops just to garrison. But let's go ahead and recruit more troops down here. And they do have a tank. Ah, that's unfortunate. Okay, still holding the line over there. I think we can start diverting some of these troops into the front lines. We'll keep 3 down here. 4,000 we can definitely bring down at least 2. I would love a reactionary force up here in the north just in case the communists invade again. And I don't think we can start anything up north with the Americas right now. And let's go ahead and sign this doctrine of land warfare. It will cost us $5,000, but it will cheapen the recruitment costs that we have and advance the turn since we're out of money. Yeah, Ecuador is still going into us, and they still plan on doing so. We'll wait a couple more turns to get everybody to the front lines. Bank the money that we have because we're very low on money. And I think at this point, we start advancing into their territory. So let's declare war on Nicaragua. Send about 6,000 troops here and about 2,000 there. And send about 5,000 down. Actually, we'll just send everybody because we have reinforcements on the way. So we'll send everybody there and just keep holding. Fortunately, we had 2 fortresses over here, which is really slowing down the Ecuadorians trying to invade us. Let's go back to our political decisions and let's finance the banks. Let's get some economic boost for 5 turns and see how this goes for us. Okay, so we're making 19 now instead of 9, which is great. We won here. They really consolidated and the Ecuadorians were able to land again. Man, this is becoming quite the difficult one. We're going to have to recruit some troops. Honestly, I think we consolidate a little bit. Technology's done. We finished mint level 2. We need to start working on machine factories so that we can get tanks up and running because that's going to be the real key for us at this point. I don't know what we're going to do about this army. We're just going to reinforce over here. Nicaragua lost its capital. The Russian Empire declared war on you. Is Russia over here? They are. Okay. I don't know why people hate us so much. Something about being a trade republic really strikes people as just letting them be aggressive. But we don't have any money. Let's just see how this goes. Okay, we lost a lot of troops. They're sending more troops in. Looks like Nicaragua and Honduras are united. So we just need to continue to build up troops on the borders and hope for the best. We're going to send everybody down here and just keep recruiting. Yeah, we lost our army. Very unfortunate for us. They're sending 1,000 troops into our defenses. Can we build a stronghold? Yeah, let's build a level 2 fortress here and a level 2 fortress here. And just give me more troops if we can. Peace. Who wants peace? Communist Britain wants to make peace with you? Absolutely. Let's do that. We don't lose anything, but we stop fighting them. Ecuador wants to make peace with you. Okay, here's the problem is if I make peace with Ecuador, no, we're not going to make peace with them. We've got them on the back foot. They took our oil derrick. We need that. Let's push into them really heavily with 10,000 troops there and the rest go there. We lost all of our troops in this territory, but we should be able to consolidate our front lines after this. Let's just continue to send people down into the fronts. There we go. Now we have a little bit more of a consolidated front line, except for Ecuador took more land down here, which we're going to have to fight back for. Bolivia declared war on us. Ecuador wants to make peace. If we can get this territory and get them off our land, I would love to make peace with Ecuador. Chile wants to make peace with you. Sure, that works great for us. And then let's try and get this peace with Ecuador. This will cost us a gold, or whatever that means. I'm fine with that. We have peace with Ecuador. Great. Now we're just fighting Nicaragua, which makes things a lot simpler because we can just reinforce our 2 front lines. All right, we have available political institution. Thank goodness we can get development of trade routes. This is for ships, which I feel like as Mexico, we're going to need at some point. So I'm going to go ahead and take that for right now. It's not going to be super helpful. And now we can go on the aggressive front with Nicaragua and start pushing them down. So let's commit a lot of our forces here and counter push them. Yes. Okay, so this is the last Nicaraguan territory. It is going to be really easy for us to be able to consolidate borders. This is a fortress we're going into. We do have the technology. Great. We finished machine factories. Now, what do we need? Probably mints level 3. We're going to go ahead and get mint level 3 done. The Russian Empire wants to make peace with us. Absolutely. And there we go. We have taken out Nicaragua, and Haiti has declared war on us. See, this is why we need boats. Very unfortunate for us. Looks like they lost their land invasion. Let's just go ahead and send some casual troops over here. Take the rest of you and reinforce. Now we do have 60,000 in the bank. So I'm going to go ahead and start recruiting some more troops. And we should probably get some more troops up here just in case Haiti comes over here. Yeah, Haiti's invaded us with 3,000 troops. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Who is this? Bolivia? Is Bolivia invading us? It's a pretty expensive peace treaty with Bolivia. Yeah, we're in a bit of trouble, aren't we? Yeah, so they're pushing in a lot of places. We can directly reinforce. Let's send about half our troops up to try and deal with this problem. And then the rest of you guys, we're just going to push directly into this to try and hold. In fact, I think we just everyone push together and we can take this pretty convincingly. Yeah, so we're able to hold off Haiti's push. Someone's still pushing into us down here, which is unfortunate. Let's send the 12,000 troops down and you guys down as well. We'll keep an army up here. But I really would like to push into Costa Rica. Okay, so we have all of our troops ready. We're once again getting invaded by a number of countries. I'm going to send you guys over here. And I still would really like to push into Costa Rica. So let's go ahead and declare war on Costa Rica and send about 14,000. We'll keep 3,000 behind and send the rest of you down here and really aggressively push through you guys. Now, we do need to be building up our economy as well. Is there any good resources down here? There is a source of gold. We should get that. And we should honestly, we got mint levels too, so we should need to increase our mints. All right, so now we're making 25 a tick with all of our resources, still focusing on the war. I think we'll dedicate most of our resources right now, since we're winning pretty heavily and nobody can really stop us, to taking out the last little bit of Costa Rica. And I don't think you can invade anywhere. San Jose is burning. We did that. Love that for us. Let's go ahead and just continue to build up gold mines, because we have about 16 gold that's just kicking around, and I would love that to be around 10. But I'd also like to increase our gold production at some point, because we're just going to need a lot more money. So that'll probably be the next thing we research. But for the meantime, let's just continue to keep pushing. Let's send about 5,000 troops here. Now, this will be a great time for a navy, because we could block a lot of the problems we're having by just building a navy right here. So let's go ahead, and even though it's going to be really expensive, just build a port here. Oh no, we need a shipyard, not a port. There we go. I'm going to build a cruiser just to try and delay people from attacking us here. Yeah, they're still attacking us from both sides, and they've taken some territory up north. We can get that back. Let's go ahead and grab that. And I'm going to build some cruisers over here. That should slow down a lot of these people trying to come into us. Okay, so we're losing a lot of boats here. What are you sending? Just more troops. Okay. I think 2 cruisers is going to be able to hold, but I'm going to go ahead and build 2 more. So that we'll have 4 here, and that should hopefully block a lot of the problems we're having over here. Now, Haiti has once again invaded us, but they picked a really bad spot to do it. We need a shipyard on this side as well, and we'll build some cruisers over here, just to kind of protect us a little bit. Now, this is really heavily invested water, so our cruisers are not going to do well here, but our technology is done great. I feel like we need a shipyard level 2, so we can start working on battleships. But in the meantime, we're going to advance the turn. There we go. You're sending more troops down. We need to recruit even more. How are we looking over here? We hold this area, and looks like we're not at war with anybody over here. Who is this? That's Colombia. They got 10 ships over here, which is a little bit of a concern. You do have a pact with Venezuela for 10 more turns. Well, Venezuela has 3 boats over here, 4 boats. They have a tank. We need to start investing in our own tank technology. So let's build a machine factory. And we're a little bit short on cash, so we'll wait a turn and get that to level 2. And now we should start being able to build tanks. So let's build about 4 tanks, send those to the front lines. And hopefully that should stop everybody. We still have our ships over here, so that's blocking whoever keeps coming to attack us from this area. And once we begin our push into Panama, we're going to need to move fast. So I'm going to send a lot of troops down there. Looks like Haiti wants peace. Yep, we can do that. And Bolivia wants peace. Great. So that's a lot of our enemies out of the way. All right, we have finished shipyard level 2. Let's go ahead and get shipyard level 3. What that allows us to do, build aircraft carriers. I don't know if we're going to need a lot of aircraft carriers, but let's go ahead and invest in some. You need a building of a higher level. I understand. Let's get to our, what was that under? Production? Economy? Economy. Let's build that, and let's invest in some battleships. They are pretty expensive, but this will really slow people down. We'll have 3 battleships and 3 cruisers over there. And I'm going to build 1 battleship on this side as well, which should protect us in the southern realm. And with all of our troops assembled, let's go ahead and declare war on Panama and just start running through them. When they are sending boats out, but we have our ships which should block them. So let's just keep pushing. Oh, we got to go back to our port. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's go ahead and do that then. And let's build some more tanks while we're at it. And since we know we're eventually going to fight up north, let's look for a spot where we can get a machine factory. So we'll have a machine factory up here in the north, protect ourselves from up there. We got to go all the way around to get to the rest of Panama, which is unfortunately going to take some turns. Ecuador is taking this territory away from us. I'm taking it back, and we're going to send all of our army into here. All right, so that should be the end of them. I don't want to make peace with Ecuador just because I have such naval supremacy. Actually, I don't. I lost some cruisers. We do have a lot of money in the bank, though, so let's go ahead and invest in 2 new battleships and then 4 new cruisers. Really make sure we own the seas over here. We have 5 tanks. And I've taken everything I wanted from down south. We're making about 44 a tick. Let's go ahead and send everybody those tanks up north. And do you have any gold down here? You do. Let's get some gold mines. So 3 new gold mines for us. And now we can go back through our mints. We still have a bunch of them that are not upgraded. And start upgrading those to convert this gold into more money for us. It's 5,000 each time. Ooh, that's really nice. Let's get everybody to level 2 before we worry about moving anybody to level 3. Okay. But with all of our gold mines upgraded, we're now up to 69,000 from 45. We can really start to hammer home some more big units up here. So let's go ahead and recruit some giant armies up here, knowing that we're going to probably fight the north first. Yeah, you guys seem to have made peace. I kind of really think I want to go after Texas and Arizona first, though. So maybe we start recruiting some units over here as well. Okay, we have finished our technology. Great. We got shipyard level 3, so we can start getting aircraft carriers. I kind of want to start working on a bridgehead. Give us a bonus to attack, which will deal 30% more damage and suffer less losses. That's nice, but I really want to start working on training camps and get the elite guys. Now, we can get an aircraft carrier, but we don't have any money. I would love one of those because we're getting a lot of troops over here, which is hurting us. So if we can get 1 aircraft carrier, we need a building of a higher level. I understand. Let's get an aircraft carrier. That's basically all of our money. Allows you to attack with aircraft at a great distance. That'll be really nice for us. So we can really blockade this entire area because as you can see, people keep trying to send troops up here. What are you even sending? I can't tell, but we're blocking them with our navy. So it's stopping a lot of the problems that we're having. Did we lose our navy over here? No, they're still holding strong, which means nobody should be invading us. We have an insult. Communist Britain shared an insult. Okay, hurtful. But we built up a pretty big army over here. 22,000 right there. Let's go ahead and just spend another turn. Grab about another 16,000 right there. Send you guys to the front. Actually, are you on the front lines? You are. Okay. So yeah, I think we're going to attack the Confederate States of America for these 2 territories and maybe Oklahoma. Now you have a pact with the United States for 1 more turn, but that's not a call to war. So if we call to war, we go to war with you right now. Texas is 1 territory. Arizona is 1 territory. Let's do it. Let's fight them right now. Let's grab Arizona and then just overwhelm them with numbers here. So we're sending about 30,000 troops into Texas. They do have a fortress level 2, which will slow us down a little bit, but that shouldn't be a big problem for us. And let's go ahead and see how this turns out. Yeah, so we won that pretty decisively. We have 10 tanks. They are counterattacking us, but we've captured the 2 territories that we want. They don't really have a military to stop us, and it might be simpler just to wipe out the Confederate States, but let's see if we can make peace with them. It will cost us 2 gold tickets. What are the gold tickets coming from? Let's go ahead and make peace with them. And those troops shouldn't come through, which means now we can start preparing for war with the United States, who's going to be our big enemy over here. And since Texas is kind of the gateway to everything right now, let's go ahead and keep some troops there, but move about half of them, or about, let's say 20,000. We'll keep 5,000 over and move all but 2 of our tanks. And we finished technology. Great. What did we learn? We got bridgehead, so we can start getting training level camp 1. Do you have any resources here? No gold, no iron, no, just wood. That's not very helpful. What about Arizona? We got oil. Let's build an oil derrick in Arizona. How are these fights looking? Ooh, our navy's gone. Who's this blue person that's fighting us? Argentina. We're not at war with Argentina, so how do we lose our navy? Who's the brown? Is it Venezuela? We're not at war with them either. Where did our troops go? We still have our boats here. Now we'll peace out with Ecuador. That might have been how we lost them. And we'll build another aircraft carrier over there and a cruiser. Okay, but our troops are all in position. Let's go to war with America. We do have 6,000. Let's go ahead and send the 6,000 straight into Colorado and really start to move through California and Arizona. Knocking those 2 out will be a big plus for us. Let's just also go ahead and send the 6,000 here so we can splinter off into Nevada and Utah. There we go. We won all of our fights. Looks like we lost about 1,000 there and about 1,500 there. And it doesn't look like anyone's counterattacking us right now. So let's split and head into Arizona, or excuse me, Nevada and Utah with those 2 armies. Send this army up north into Oregon. Now we can expect a pretty big fight from the United States in retribution. So let's go ahead and start building a big army. Yeah, here they come with a big amount, large amount of troops. We have 4,000 that we can reinforce with. That should even the numbers, slow them down. We won Nevada and Utah and Oregon, so we can get Washington. We can really Washington and then Idaho. We can really wrap things up. So I think that needs to be our game plan. So current plan of attack, we'll go into Washington, Idaho, and then Wyoming. Try and consolidate this border a little bit so that we have less to defend. We're sending more troops into Colorado. In fact, we should probably send whatever reinforcements we have directly into those territories. We have 3,000 more troops in Arizona that we can also send to Colorado. That seems to be the kind of hot button area for us right now. So let's see if we can advance and hopefully get a little bit more territory. We do, and our money goes up because we're getting bigger population. And now we can just consolidate you guys. But let's go ahead and push into Montana. And Colorado should be able to hold, as well as Wyoming. And we'll get a big army down here in Arizona. You are fine. Let's just go ahead and send you to the front just in case. I don't imagine that the United States can do any land invasions other than over here. They do have 14 million in the, or 1,400 in the bay. So let's get a little bit of an army to deal with that should we need one. We have armies down there. Really don't have anything over here. So let's get a couple, about 10,000, 7,000 in the capital and 3,000 over here just to defend our territories. We could also reposition this navy to be in the bay. So let's do that and protect ourselves a little bit. So once again, we won on all fronts. They are counterattacking, but it's not going to be enough. We've got 17,000 there. How many troops do we have here? 16,000. Let's wait a turn for these guys to catch up, get another 16,000. Communist Britain sends us an insult. How rude of them. But now we have all of our troops here. So let's go ahead and send everybody from Colorado into Kansas. Send this army into Nebraska. And split this army into the Dakotas. And are we picking up any resources here? No gold. Iron, we could use a little bit more iron. Do you have iron here? There we go. We're up to 44 iron. We don't need a ton of iron, but it is helpful. And we did pick up another source of oil from Wyoming. We have about 50,000 left. Now, our tank place is all the way down south. I would love it to be... Let's just build it in Colorado. Let's build another machine factory here. And buy a couple more tanks. Then we can send with this army. So, battle plans attacking the western frontier. All 4 states. We'll consolidate down to 2, which would be nice. And I think from there, we can keep pushing. Our Navy should have arrived. No, the United States sends 10 battleships down here. Oh, and they did invade us. We got to get on that. So that's unfortunate for us. We're not going to be able to do anything to stop their Navy at this point. But we can counterattack their territories and just kind of slowly choke them off. So that's going to be the plan. So we're going to push into Iowa and Minnesota over here. Try and capture and slow down this area of attack that they have. We really can't afford a Navy right now. We did build a lot of troops somewhere, right? Yeah, 10,000 here. Let's send you guys to the front. And still no gold, right? Iowa will have gold. Okay, great. So we won our 2 fights. pretty decisively. We still have 15,000 there. Let's go ahead and continue to keep attacking with this army. They have a navy. They have a shipyard for the Great Lakes. Income from population is minus 50% for 3 turns. Change tax rates because we have a worker strike. I understand. So our income's down to 5,000. Very unfortunate. So we have discontent because of culture, which is fair because we're taking a lot of Americans' land, and we just have a lot of it. There's not a lot we can do other than lower taxes, which we're not going to do. So instead, can we do that bank thing again? No, we already did it. Frick. What does this do? For $30,000, we can get 15 more. I'm going to go ahead and do that. 15 more influence right away. That will allow us to, let's see, income from population up 20%. We can also get the decision print money. I'm going to go here. I'm going to get income from population. So let's get that up and running. And hopefully that will help us after this worker strike changes. So we won Wisconsin. How are we doing down here? Able to hold. They are trying to invade us. I'm glad we built a little bit of a military right there. We're only making 14,000 because our worker strike is still going on. We can do reduce social benefits. What does that do? Population increase minus 60%, but discontent plus 5 for 5 turns. Why would I do that? Just for a little bit extra money? No, that's not worth it at all. Let's just take our anger out on the United States with our gigantic army. All right, Illinois is ours. They're trying to build a military right now, but we prepared for this. Let's send half our army here and then half down into Kentucky and split our tanks once again. Still losing a lot of income, but that will change next turn. So let's go ahead and invade Indiana and Kentucky. Boom, won that. Now we're making money again. Fantastic. We do need a, you know what we should build? A training camp. We'll build it in Kentucky, and we can't recruit anybody yet, but once we're able to, we'll have a frontline, access to some good frontline units. Let's keep up the pressure. So we'll send 9,000 units and 2 tanks down into Tennessee, hold and the rest in Kentucky, and send these 2 units forward into Wisconsin and, or excuse me, Michigan and Ohio. So we won on all those fronts. Great. Now we can bring you guys back down. And from here, let's go ahead and split this army once more and send them into Georgia and North Carolina, which will shorten our borders. We can send half of you into West Virginia, the rest of half of you into Virginia. Send the tank, and you guys can just go into Pennsylvania. So big moves here. What's this peace? They want peace? Ignore. We're going to wipe them off the map. Big gains for us. Now we really have consolidated borders, so we can push into their capital with all of our troops. They have a nice museum here and a university. And looks like New York is undefended, so we can grab this very ugly New Jersey as well as New York. And now it's just about finishing up the United States here, so let's go ahead and send you guys into Delaware and start splitting here. And with this last move, we'll take out Maine. Now we do have desertion. Shoot the deserters. Discontent changes by 10. Yeah. Our discontent is a little bit high, mostly because most of our country now belongs to the United States. But hopefully by wiping them out, you don't have any territories down here, do you? That's the French. That's the French. That's the French. I think this is the last little bit of the United States that they own. Good. There we go. So no more. United States wants to make peace with you. Ignore. You don't exist, right? All right. With that being done, let's go ahead, go to Kentucky where we have that training and start recruiting some troops with our gigantic pools of money that we've been holding on to fight the Confederacy. So we have 13 turns left to take out the Confederacy and get our full vengeance on reestablishing the Mexican Empire into its glory days. We should also probably have taken down some of South America, but our focus in this game was vengeance on the United States. And we have finished our technology. Great. We have that training camp level 2. Let's go ahead and make sure that that gets updated for even more shock troops. Give this a little bit of turn to get everybody ready. Also, we should have sent everybody to the front lines over here. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to keep some troops up north just in case the communist Britain wants to do anything funny. And I think we should. Can we not form the Mexican states? Show required provinces. Okay, so we have everything we would need for that. We just need to get through the Spanish Empire. So that is actually going to be our newest priority. Let's build. Ooh, okay. You have 3 ships here. Let's build a port here and a shipyard here. Send everybody here. Do some heavy recruitment. And let's see. We have desertion. Shoot them. Knights move. Our chess players were forcibly mobilized into the army in competition at Columbia. Chess players. Add 50 infantry minus 2,000. Let's do that. And then available technology. Doesn't really matter at this point. We'll get a farm, I guess. We need a navy. If we get a port here and here, we could send these guys down where they don't have a navy. I think that's the better play. Forget about the Confederacy. Let's get some troops down south. We have 10 turns to take over the entire Spanish Empire. Okay, let's send these guys out to sea. Have the troops from North Carolina join them. Now the problem is, how do we get out around this? They've got a battleship. I think we lost our entire navy, right? No, we have that one battleship. So we're gonna have, unfortunately, 24,000 troops that cannot join. But we can keep reinforcing. Where's that big Texas army? Yeah, if we build a port here, we can send this big army into the Gulf as well. So we'll have 3 giant armies ready to invade Spain. We just need to grab Cuba. Okay, everybody's here. Great. Let's declare war on Cuba. Land half of our troops here, both our tanks, and then the other half can go here. You guys, let's start conquering this side and really start hammering home. And can we get metropolitan too? Yeah, we can. Income from population up 40%. Great. Let's go. We got 8 turns to roll this through. We'll build a navy over here, 2 and 2. Take out this battleship. Hopefully move over here and take out these guys, so we can get our other armies moving. They defeated us. Ah, frick. Okay, how are we looking over here? We're okay. We're just getting attacked. Let's push. We need a port over here. We can grab this island. I don't know if that army's going to make it or not. Let's push you guys back, you guys forward, and push everybody else over here, which should hopefully be ready to give us just about everything we need. Oh, they took a territory away from us. Great. Half. Looks like the army is going to make it. Great. Which means we can send this army just to make sure that we get it. No. Okay. Okay, that's everything we need, right? We should have the political decision to form the Mexican states. What do we need? Jamaica! Oh, and Louisiana. We haven't gotten Louisiana either. We've got 3 turns to do this. Who's this belong to? Communist Britain? Okay. Do we have a port anywhere? No, we're going to need to build one. We'll take this army, declare war on Communist Britain, send them directly into that. Don't have any warships here, do you? No. Okay. Hold this. We have a bunch of armies, right? Yes, we do. Okay. Let's declare war on the Confederacy and push for all the territories that we need. So here, let's just really kind of blitzkrieg them everywhere. Go. We don't have anybody in North Carolina. That's right. 3 turns to get this. 1. How are we doing? They're taking Texas away from us. I think we need Texas. We have troops to send. Thank goodness. Yes, more troops. 2. Give me Louisiana. 3. We have everything right. Form the Mexican states. Signed decision. That's my signature. We are now the Mexican states. We did lose a lot of territory to the Communist Britain. I really just need Jamaica, which is peace out with you. And the Spanish Empire, which is peace out with you. You rejected. Whatever. We win the game. We're the Mexican states. We did it! Huge, flawless victory, ladies and gentlemen. In the Mexican states, our vengeance has been completed. We were a kind president. Let it be known. But boys, that has been Warnament. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, hey, make sure to leave a like. Really helps out a lot. If you have a country or nation or challenge you'd like me to do in Warnament, please leave in the comments down below. But boys, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you in the next one.